Hello there, Internet. My name's Sam. Welcome back to my space. And I will admit, I just want to get off my chest here. When I woke up this morning, I made a horrible decision, and I doom scrolled on Blue Sky and Facebook for longer than was probably recommended because it's part of a sense of human ability that is being discovered. It's like we want to be a part of shit, but also just like we let the the bad news roll over on us sometimes, and the fear really kicks into overdrive. It's like the news of, our economy's blowing up. I'm already poor as shit, so the economy blowing up doesn't mean really too much for me, except I'm going to be even more poor. What else is new? Seriously, this is crazy. And all these things about the cuts to all these government facilities and agencies that are really important to us poor people and elderly and the young and the disabled that really rely on these things to survive. Those are going away. Tax cuts for the rich are the Republican senators and House Republicans are looking to make those permanent through a legal loophole because, of course, they are. Why not? It's not like there's already enough of a war against poor people. Might as well throw it under the bus even more. Have them pay zero taxes because billionaires represent us. And I don't know when that happened, but they don't. They say they do, so we can give them more money, but they don't represent us. And then finally, all the sudden disappearances, which is unfortunate for anyone who seems to be an activist or from South America or Mexico for no reason other than their skin color. It's happening again. And it's appalling. And it also seems like the news media doesn't really care because all they're focused on is the economy and tariffs and how that's destroying our economy. And I get it. It is an important thing to do, and there's even a bipartisan Senate deal too. I don't necessarily think to take the reins over all tariffs, but for certain countries, they want to do that, which I guess is a start, even though they should just remove the orange asshole from office. That's really what they should be doing, is impeaching him and sending him away from the office, his entire cabinet too, because they're just going to destroy America and whatever the fuck liberties we still have. But I don't want to make this too gloom and doom, because you've probably already experienced that enough today, and probably for the week and the month, and hell, even a lifetime. I know I have. I just want to go home and live in peace. I want to worry about normal shit, like my landlord's coming tomorrow to inspect my apartment for damages before I leave in June. That's what I want to worry about. Something simple. I mean, something simple. That's all we want. We want our simple lives back. I feel anyway. I don't know if you feel the same way, but it's never going to happen because politics are now everywhere. Us versus them is everywhere. Even tribalism's everywhere. But the only problem is that the us and them that need to be talked about aren't woke versus unwoke or Republicans versus Democrats. It's really just the rich people versus the poor people. The rich people are taking a book out of apartheid. Actually, just colonialism in general. They're taking the people that do not have power, or they do have power, but they're dividing us based off of political lines and political and religious ideals. Even though we're all getting screwed the same way, they're making it seem like we're screwing each other when it's not that case. And I know there are people that believe that. It's just, you got to find them. And most of the time, it's just sit down and talk with somebody. That's going to be hard because I mean, well, for me anyway, I'm very much an introvert. The only reason why I'm posting this on YouTube is because I don't have to do it in person. I think a lot of you can relate to that, but just remember, you're not alone. A lot of people do not like this. The rallies last Saturday should tell you that immediately. Millions of Americans went out and protested. 100,000 in New York, probably 50 to 100,000 in Chicago. Thousands of people here where I live went out and protested, telling them to get hands off our Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, and all that stuff. But we need to do more. I feel like demanding these political prisoners, they're terrorists, to come back. It's like, bring them back to America. I don't think... Yeah, we have... this... Because... It's because taking people away unjustly, well, it means horrible. Anyone can agree to that. I just want them to talk about it more in the mainstream media, but it's not happening. And the administration's just basically ignoring court orders to bring them back because they don't have humanity anymore. And that's something we all have. Most of us do. We have shreds of humanity. It might not be for other people, but for our families and comrades, we have humanity for them. And we need to start showing that and demonstrating that, which we are. But I will try to be a positive male influencer online. I do yoga, and I don't worry about that. I was just listing off the things that would make people attracted to my message. Who knows? I'm not a gleaming paradigm of masculinity, but hopefully I have a positive masculinity to change things around. But where was I going with this? Right. The political landscape is very scary, and I'll admit I'm terrified. I've been afraid of this morning since last night about what's going on. But I'm taking solace in the fact that I'm not alone. We are not alone. Those of you who are scared with me, there are people that care for us, and they care for who we are and what we are to each other. It's important to remember that. There are people that care and people that love us. I know it's hard to see that for all the shit that's happening, but you have to keep that in mind. You're not alone. There are people that are just as angry, just as frustrated, just as afraid as you are. And it's going to take a lot to change everything. So yes, I do wish to have more of a simple life, but we simply can't right now. It's a hard truth, but as Cory Booker said, as he quoted John Lewis, it's time to start some good trouble. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean... That just means make some good trouble, like let yourself be known and your voice be heard however you can. Writing anonymously on a blog, go ahead and do that. Writing anonymously on posts, go ahead and do that. Making YouTube videos and posting them around, do that. Unfortunately, that's all I'm brave enough to do right now, is to state my opinion and throw it online. I know I'm going to get better at it. It just, I have to take the first step into something greater. And that's terrifying feeling, because you don't want to become a target, and you don't want your family or friends to become a target because of what you did. And that's fair. You also don't want to lose your job or your livelihood or anything because of what you did in service of what you thought was right. And that's a very hard thing to to work through. But right now, I think I'm in a good spot to where I can at least provide a safe community for people to just have fun. Like, stupid fun. My videos are just stupid fun. That's what I want people to have, is just stupid fun. Escape from reality for just a little while. That's all I've ever wanted to do for my channel. But recent events are determining that I have to change. I have to change. I have to state who I am. And I have to defend the people who I respect and believe in, who are nice people. Everyone's nice at some. I mean, I believe some people say foolishly or stupidly that there's good in everybody. You just have to find it. It's really hard to, but you have to find something that they feel positive about in a good way. Like, all right, I'm getting into philosophies and morals and stuff that I'm not really qualified to talk about. If I remember correctly, in college, I flunked those classes. Anyway, just stay strong. You're not alone. I'm afraid right along with you. But we have strength and unity. And this is a platform to where I can say, hey, you're not alone. And there are ways of doing this. There are people out there who are willing to say that they love you and say that you're welcome. No matter who you are or what you believe in or who you love. So, in closing, try and call your Congress people, both state, both local representatives at your city, town, your state, and the federal level. It's going to take a lot of effort, and I'm going to try and do something about that from on my part tonight or in the next week. So stay strong. I love you. We all love you. Whoever says that, whoever's a part of my community and likes the video, we all love you. Stay strong and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.